Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone, I'm Vidya. I would like to explain part of curriculum design. There are four broad categories of curriculum design. The first is traditional curriculum model. The second is the student-centered model. The third is the critical model. And the last is the structural model. Let's discuss the first model, that is traditional curriculum model. So the traditional model focuses on the content or subject that students need to learn. It is structured and organized, starting with basic concepts and moving to more advanced ones. In this model, teachers are the main source of knowledge, and students are expected to follow the teacher's instruction. There are some key features of this model. Are teacher-centered learning, that is, the teacher controls what and how students learn. The second is focuses on facts, concepts, and theories in specific subjects. And the last is students are assessed through tests and exams to measure their understandings. For example, this model is often used in subjects like math or science, where students learn things like formulas, equations, or scientific laws step by step. The advantages of this model are provides a clear structure for learning, good for subjects that need a lot to theoretical knowledge. And for disadvantages of this model are limits creativity and interactions, and doesn't always prepare students for real-life situations. The second is the student-centered model. So, this model puts students at the center of the learning process. It focuses on their needs, interests, and experiences. The goal is to make learning meaningful and enjoyable for students by giving them more control over their education. There are some key features of this model are learning is active and hands-on, often involving project or group work. And the second, the teacher acts as a guide or facilitator rather than just giving lectures. And the last, assessment is based on projects, portfolios, or self-reflections. For example, in an art class, students can choose to create a painting or a sculpture based on their interest while learning basic art techniques. The advantages of this model are encourage creativity, independence, and teamwork, and makes learning more interesting and relevant to students' lives. For disadvantages of this model are requires skilled teachers to design effective activities and can be challenging if there is not enough time for resources. The third is the critical model. The critical model focuses on teaching students to think about social, cultural, or political issues. It encourages them to question the world around them and take action to make a positive change. There are some key features of this model are: the first is based on problem solving and real-world issues. The second is students discuss topics like social justice, environmental problems, or human rights. And the third is the teacher helps students understand different perspectives and develop their own opinions. For example, in a social studies class, students might learn about climate change and create a plan to reduce waste in their school or community. The advantages of this model are: first, helps students become more aware of the world and its challenges. And the second is prepares them to be active, responsible citizens. And for disadvantages of this model are: teachers need to stay neutral and avoid pushing their own opinions, and can take a lot of time to explore complex issues. And the last model is the structural model. This model focuses on the structure of a subject that helps students understand how experts think in that field. Instead of just memorizing facts, students learn how to analyze and solve problems like a science historian or mathematician. This model have some purpose that are: teaches students the key concepts and ways of thinking in a subject, and involves experiments, research, and hands-on activities. The last is focuses on understanding principles rather than just remembering details. For example, in a science class, students might do an experiment to understand how gravity works instead of just reading about in a book. The advantages of this model are: encourage critical thinking and problem-solving skills, helps students apply what they learn to new situations. And for disadvantages of this model are: can be hard to use if students don't already have basic knowledge, and teachers need a strong understanding of the subject. Each curriculum model has good and bad points. The traditional model is great for learning facts and theories in an organized way. The student-centered model helps students explore their own interests and be creative. The critical model teaches students about important social and global issues. And the structural model helps students think clearly and solve problems. The best model depends on what students need to learn and what the teacher wants to achieve. So teachers can choose one model or combine them to fit the needs of their students and the subject they are teaching. And sometimes using a mix of these models works best to meet different learning needs. So that's our discuss about 4 broad of curriculum design. See you in another discussion. I will close with Parama Santi. Om Santi 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 Om. Goodbye.